To the Loose Lumiere channel. It's me, Loose Lumiere, and I am going to be kind of relaxing, and I figured why not relax together. Um, I'm going to be painting. If you're watching this right now, by the way, you missed it. It's no longer live, but you can still hang out. It's a Q&A. I don't know if people have Q's, but I could possibly have A's. I like to paint when I'm called to and moved to, and lately the message that's been wanting me to paint it and that's been on my mind and my heart has been the message of the Three of Swords. So I figured, fresh canvas smell. So I figured, why not go on ahead and just paint it? Hey, Taylira, how are you? Hi. So if you guys have any questions or want to just hang out, I would love to have you hang out with me. Um, hey, Smriti, how are you? Um, it's me, Luce Lemire. How are you? I'm gonna be just doing something of an intuitive painting. If you guys have any questions, we haven't really done a Q&A in a while. We typically have kind of like random chats and stuff, but this can be that. And I have questions for you guys as well if you're willing to answer them. And if I don't see you in the chat or like respond to you or anything, no, I won't be doing any free readings. I'll be painting. I can't like read and I can't like do cards. But if you have any question, I can see if I can have some insight for you. But there won't be any sort of formal readings. Just chitty chatty. I don't know. I feel like trying to, I suppose, purge through something. Because this time last year, and I've sort of mentioned, I had I feel like when the tower happens, it doesn't just happen in an instant. It happens over several sort of moments. So I think this was when one of the last bricks sort of like was falling off. And I don't know, I've just been moved to like paint the Three of Swords lately. So if you're down for the cause, hang out with me. I know it's a Monday night, but any questions you guys want to ask, we can just have a gab fest in the comment section, and I'd love to just kind of talk with you guys while I go through my, I suppose, purging process, which is awkward because there's people watching, but there it is. I'm gonna get to the chat really quickly. Let me just like set up my paints and stuff. And I'm not ignoring you. If I don't like say your name or anything, it's not because I'm like I hate you. It's just because that's really pink. Do you guys see that? That's really really pink. It's because sometimes YouTube doesn't show me your chats. Sometimes it just doesn't. Okay. Hey girl, hey Kimberly, how are you? How are you? Are you into... Hey, Alexa Angelica, how are you? Are you into pencil sketches or paints? I think more so paint. I don't know how to sketch. Like, I don't know how to draw. I also should say I don't know how to actually paint. So, don't be on here thinking that you're going to learn something, because you probably won't. I'm just here really genuinely shooting the breeze. It's an intuitive painting, aka I don't have a plan, but I kind of do. As you can see, my I don't know if you can see them over there. See, my inspiration is over there in the corner, the Three of Swords. It's just been on my mind, and this time last year, this was pretty much when this was happening for me. So I suppose I just want to honor the ending or the process of that and paint it out. So I hope you guys are game to hang out with me. Um, well, I'm just really connected with this guy, and I really feel like he's my twin flame, and I'm not sure. I really trust your intuition. Oh, thanks, Tylara. I appreciate that, and I was wondering if he really is. Also, what's going on? You know, Tylara, when it comes to answering things about twin flames, I have to default to what I had to do for myself, which was kind of, look at that, it's 11-1. 11 people in the room and one like. Thanks for that like, by the way, I appreciate it. Is the music too loud? Can you let me know? Um, anyway, when it comes to twin flames, I like to figure and ask, like, if they were your twin flame, what would change? Like, what would be gained? Like, what would the impact be of knowing the person is your twin flame? And how would that change things? You know, like, what would the impact be of knowing the person is your twin flame be? Whether they are or aren't, like, how would that navigate how you live your life with this person or something? Hey, Asanim, oh my god. Hey, Patrice, how are you? If you're still here. The smell of paint and canvas is awesome. Yeah, this one seems kind of like, I don't know if this is my Hobby Lobby one or what. Spirit works through you, us when we are creative. That's so true. Hey, Kayla. Hey, honey. We're just doing a Q&A here. I'm painting, I feel so, like, naked right now. Because I don't show people my paintings necessarily. The painting that I showed you guys was really hard for me to show you, the attraction, how to attract, but I really wanted to get you all that information because attraction, we're literally always an attraction, and I'm trying to say goodbye to this energy of the Three of Swords from my past year. So this is just my process. Hey, Healing by Jess, how are you? I'm good. Ah, thanks. I'm glad you're good, Patrice. How's it hanging? What's going on in your world? I do have a question for you guys. Good job getting out of your comfort zone. It's scary, Kayla. I don't like it. Trying to stay faithful that my union will come. I hear you. Hey, Sapphire. How are you? I hear you, Patrice. I hear you. I completely hear you. I don't know if my spelling is right. Please don't judge me. This is what the Three of Swords looks like to me. In my mind. What I'm feeling with this is I'm gonna look at the comments real quick. I was in the zone. What I'm feeling with this, the plan for this in my mind, if I had a plan, is this is an underpainting. I'm not sure if you guys, like, in painting you have underpaintings, and the underpainting is what layers, like, to cover the canvas, and then you paint. And I've been receiving a lot of, like, downloads and just, like, weird, just some really fun stuff, yay, on my end. And I feel like this underpainting is of the Three of Swords, and I feel like I wanted to share this with you guys in some way, or to those whom it concerns. Probably won't stay up on the channel forever. It'll probably go off into the membership somewhere. And once the underpainting is filled, I'm going to paint the top. If you saw the attraction painting, it had an underpainting, and then I drew the woman on top. How I see this, the painting of this actually would be probably a sun card. Three of Swords on the bottom and the sun on top. Because for some reason I've been getting, like, healing from the Three of Swords. I don't know. It's very interesting how this card has been speaking to me lately. Okay, looking at comments now. Hey Keisha, if you're still here. Hey Luce, hugs. Hugs to you too, Sapphire Queen. I really have this strong feeling a huge change is coming soon. I feel it too. I don't know if it's live right now, but I just did the wish. I'm not doing private readings right now, but I was given permission to do like a wish. And I did the wish for the channel, and you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Like, there is a lot of change coming. I don't want to ruin what cards came out, but yeah, you're not wrong. The video just kind of went live. But yeah, I like the wish. It's very appropriate for the channel. You can get your own. I posted a link for these readings, or they're not really readings. They're more of a wish. It's like a message. I don't know why my paint isn't sticking. Like, oh, I was reading comments. This is weirdly soothing to watch. Good, I'm glad. In fact, let me take them out of the way so y'all can see more of the painting. This awkward experience for me. Oh my god, please don't get messed up. You okay, Luce? I'm good, Sapphire. Some people like to... Well, I love taking... Well, how do people process? This is a way for me to... People automatic write. I will paint. And it's proven to be something that was very useful for me this time last year when I was going through this Three of Swords and Tower moment, basically. That's how I was able to surrender to what needed to happen for myself and my growth, you know? Hey, Clarissa. How are ya? I really want to ask about this guy. Go ahead, Smirty. Smirty. Who's younger to me, seems very nice and broken, aren't they? And I have been his support, but now I feel he has developed feelings for me. Uh-oh. What do we... Wait, is that a bad thing? Can you please give insight, as he's way younger than me and I don't want to be cluttered by overthinking. That's funny, that was part of the wish as well. Yeah. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want for yourself, girl? Or, well, I don't know, Smarty, are you a girl? Sorry, I don't mean to, like, call you a girl if you're not. I don't want to water down the paints, but this is looking like... What I see in my head is actually some white, too. Like, I need grays. Otherwise, this just looks like I need some grays. Hey, Miriam, how are you? Patrice, I'm annoyed that I can feel my twin holding on to communication because my throat gets tight. But I'm working on letting go of negative emotions and beliefs. Yeah, man. And sometimes a lot of good stuff is hidden in our negative emotions. Like truth. You know? I hope the music's not too loud. But I hear you on the negative emotions and stuff. That shit sucks. I know there is divine timing, but why can't God Jesus tell us which way to go? I feel like God is typically telling us which way to go. We just don't trust. And we want to go where we want to go. You know? Because he can say release, and then you're like, but wait, release? Then why did you bring this to me in my life if I have to release it? What the fuck does that mean? So we just have a bit of a hard time jumping when he says jump. Otherwise, I feel like he's basically telling us all we need to know. We just don't trust him as much as we trust our fear, you know? Just had a guy I've been talking to off and on for 2 years tell me he loves me. What, bitch? Clarissa, you better spill the tea, honey. What do you mean? Girl. What do you mean he loves you? Tell the story. I will read it out loud. Spill the tea, girl. What is your secret? I have a question for you guys too, by the way. This is like not the most ideal setting, I know, but please forgive me. I don't have like an art studio or an art camera. This is how I just do my thing. Please, should I stay or leave this relationship? Are you happy in the relationship, Miriam? If you're happy, stay. If you're not happy, do what makes you happy. Talk to your partner if they don't know what's going on. See if you can work it out. If you want to work it out, talk to your partner. Three of Swords doesn't have a lot of black in it, but I just feel like the Three of Swords should probably have more black in it than anything. So a lot of betrayal happens in the dark, in our shadow conscious, and dark period, things that we just don't know. Yeah, 100% change coming, man. Is it helping you release? Actually, yeah. But typically, hanging out with you guys feels pretty good. So I can't tell if it's hanging out with you guys or the actual painting, but I'm gonna say the double whammy feels pretty nice. It's not like I've been like suffering over here, but this has been on my mind for like ages, and I'm not sure if you looked at my personal wish for my birthday, but they're pretty much follow your intuition, listen to your intuition. So if my intuition is like paint the fucking Three of Swords, paint attraction, then I have to follow. So I would say yes. I like it. I'm having fun. Yay. Hi, girl. Hi, Sai. Sending you hugs. Thank you. You finally caught me live. Ooh, I'm just painting. Is this helping you? Yeah, it is. I will say it is, Smithy. And I just I just get really like muddy with my painting. What I'm trying to do is just cover up this underpainting and the canvas, like all these white spots here, I have to cover them. So any way that I do that is going to be very beneficial. And I'm right now just intuitively just doing it, which is just fucking doing it. And it's a bit difficult for, you know, to do this live because it looks like something's wrong right now when it's not. I'm more so, I suppose, giving last year's issues and current ones their acknowledgement. You know what word I forgot to, that didn't come up for me in the Three of Swords? Anger. That's the one word I did not write here. And I don't really feel like writing it either. Not gonna lie, it's not something that's coming up for me. This is really cool. Thanks for being here, Clarissa. I appreciate you. No, I'm a happily married woman and I really want to know his feelings so that I can act accordingly. It sounds like there's something more to the story. If he hasn't said anything, don't I wouldn't bring it up if he hasn't said anything, simply because he may be fully aware of how awkward the situation is, you know. I at least just from like my perspective, it's almost like, you know, when someone knows has accepted their sexuality and they want to eventually come out to the people in their life, but the people in their life already kind of know about their sexuality, but you don't kind of out somebody, I guess. Just I suppose behave respectfully and Don't forget to mention your husband every so often, or your spouse, so the person is reminded that you're off limits. But yeah, and yes, do tell. I can feel my twin on my body. Ooh, Patrice, you're reminding me of the question that I need to ask you all. Um, which I will ask you guys in a bit while I have this dry. Let me ask you the question really quickly. This painting looks, oh, my body, hot and cold sensations. It's so weird. Does anyone else have these experiences? My sensations are largely from my higher self. I've never actually like felt him. I don't think I have. I don't know. That's a good. Does anybody else have these sensations, you guys? Can we talk about this? I am the worst at abstract. I'm gonna invest in like a course with this guy who I adore on YouTube. But like, I'm just not trying to make this anything. I have to like not try to make it anything outside of it being nothing. My canvas is so fucked. I'm gonna get back to the comments really quickly. Keep posting your stuff. I love connecting with you guys and seeing what's going on in your world and just like talking to you, you know. This painting looks like life send in this world, like an empty canvas filling your world, your own color from your own perception. Kind of strange. Oh, come through, Smarty. Come through with that. Yeah, I did a lot of work about, well, personal work on shadow and light, our ego light and our shadow selves and subconscious and conscious, and how all that stuff, the negative emotions, the positive emotions, all that type of thing, and how they're all part of life. Like the shadow in a painting makes the light stand out, you know? A light painting without any shadow in it is not, there's no depth, you know? The depth in life comes from the highs and the lows of it. So painting is just so like quietly cathartic for me, in that I get to practice what I believe in and see it function in all sorts of life, you know. Yes, oh, we haven't been able to see each other much because he works out of town. But I'll admit, I like him, but that L word has me scared. What? That's crazy. Go ahead, Clarissa. Love it. Luz, do you sell your paintings? I don't. Oh God. Don't even. I don't. My paintings are not like anything to be sold. They're literally just like a strange no, I don't. I do not. I don't. That's really sweet of you to say though. That's kind of nice. Although my cousin did commission me to paint her poetry book. She seems to like my paintings. So that'll be interesting. It's very Three of Swordsy. She's been through a lot, from domestic abuse, losing a baby and a child, and the Three of Swords is also that. All of these words that I put underneath it are now lost, and only you and I know what's underneath this. are all not just from heartbreak of a lover, but heartbreak from life, heartbreak from things that have nothing to do with, well, not nothing, but it's not always romantic life. It's always, it's a card of healing for me too, but it's definitely a very painful. The first, like in painting this, all I saw in my mind was pain and betrayal. If you watch this back, I paused there because I was like, the painting's done, because that's literally all I saw in my mind. But no, I don't sell my paintings. I'm thinking I'd like to see where it goes. I'm just not ready to say the big L yet. Take your time. Take your time, Clarissa. Take your time, Queen. Take your time. You don't want to rush into something that doesn't feel right. Oh shit. I just like touched my screen with painty hands. What kind of paint do you use, Luce? I am using AA, the Art Advantage, and then I also use Hobby Lobby's Master's Touch. I wish they would sponsor this video so that we could get some really cool decks. You guys, have you heard of the Seagal deck? Oh, it's so fucking beautiful. I want it. I'm about to like fish for it. There's been a deck that wants me. I know it. I recently got this deck, by the way. I'm sure you've seen this. If you haven't, you'll see this in your monthly readings. It's the Eros Oracle. She's pretty kick-ass. She means business. Maybe it's my higher self and I'm just confused. How do you know? How do I know, Patrice? Honestly, I would ask. I purposely asked my higher self to show me how it would want to communicate with me. And I worked also with a coach. I worked with a mentor, a spiritual mentor, who sometimes, if you watch the channel, I talk about randomly. I worked with a spiritual mentor, so she helped kind of guide me through that. So I know it's my higher self. I just, I need a blow dryer, that's what I need. So I know it's nobody but that. It could be, you know, I know it's my higher self. So if you think it's your twin, it could be. You know, the whole 5D, 4D thing. But it could also be sensations from your higher being. What else do we have here? Hey, I agree. I shouldn't bring this up, but lately, unknowingly, he's been on my mind, which makes me kind of jittery. I really love that you were able to say that, Smriti. I would say, see, here's the thing, right? In my mind, the ideal relationship for me personally is one where I can go to my husband and he can come to me and tell me that he has a crush on the girl at work, or I don't see myself having a crush on anybody, but that like I can have such an open relationship with my partner that we can talk about the uncomfortable and figure out why that's something that's happening for me, because if it's happening for me, it's happening for us in our bond. So if this boy is doing something for you in some sort of way, it may be a window to help you to see what may be missing or what you want more of in your romantic life with your partner, you know? So sit with that for a bit. With my ex, when I was thinking of him, I always felt chills or would immediately have him pop into my mind and feel he was thinking of me. I'm still unsure. He was a deep connection for me. Ah, are you still hooked up with, I don't try, he just pops in. Yeah, we never really, I mean, it's hard to try and think about somebody. I don't know about you guys. Magenta. Nobody wants magenta right now. I want more red and white and gray. That's what I want. I need more grays. Well, you know what? Let's do red, I guess. Red with medium. I I forget how great medium is. Let's just put that right on top there. Yeah. Oh shit. Practice. I felt this before. It was like an embrace. Hey, Blue Lady Diamond. Hey, Blue Diamond. I think they are good. Huh. Thanks, Sapphire. I appreciate you saying that. Painting helps me so much. Hey, Healing by Jess, honey. So much, too. I feel like an anger comes out in my paintings. I like that. I agree. Something definitely happens. It's kind of, number one, it forces my monkey brain to calm the fuck down. And, dude, where's my fucking red? Oh, I finished it. I love finishing paints. You guys, I finished my first red. Yay! It was Crimson. Rest in peace, Crimson. Yeah, Jess, I agree. I enjoy it as well. I feel like painting is like a shadow work kind of. Absolutely. Oh my fucking god. Yeah, especially the words part. If that's something I can give to you guys as you're watching me awkwardly pretend that I'm totally 100% feeling safe in this situation, because I'm not. This is very awkward for me, especially when I was writing those words. That was the most naked part of me, but having a witness can sometimes be really healing. So here's to that. I shouldn't have done that. I made a mistake. I have made a deep mistake. I've made a terrible mistake. Actually, no, I didn't. That's fine. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay, everybody. We're okay. Is the music okay? Like, can you hear it? Or is it too loud? Thanks for those likes. I appreciate it. Cool. Hey, Luce, have you ever channeled messages from loved ones that have passed away? You know, I don't want to. I mean, who's to say that? Because I am named after my grandmothers. I'm pretty fucking sure they're like my guardian heavy spirits. Like in my spiritual team and stuff, but I don't purposely do that, and I don't really want to. One of the first readings when I started this channel was going to be this like what they're saying, like a message from your lost one. Because a part of my very big shadow story is I don't really know how to share this. I used to be stalked heavily by someone. It went to the courts and it was really bad. It was really, really bad. And they were someone I really cared about. And then they took their own life years later, and obviously I felt some type of way about that because I'm the person who people typically go to when they're feeling that way in my life. And since we weren't friends anymore due to some stuff, I couldn't really be there for her in the way that I typically am for others, and I'm not sure if I would have been either because of how things were between us. So a huge part of my shadow was me feeling like a monster for feeling the way I did when I found out the news. It's a really big. It's anyway. Yeah, shadow work is I don't know what to say. shout out to Hobby Lobby, sponsored Lucena. Everyone hit the like button. Thanks so much, Sapphire. The music is fine. Okay, great. Thanks for sharing your painting process with us, Queen. Yeah, this is an original. I haven't done an original. I think one of my first. No, it's my fourth original. No, it's my fifth original, I think. No, he moved away last year. October. I had a mini stroke. Oh, babe, are you okay? I mean, I'm glad you're okay. I honestly never want to get that connected again. Oh boy. I received a call this year from a stranger saying he died. Oh, Jesus Christ. Where would the third sword go? Right here. Not sure if it's true or if he's being cruel. Oh God, was that his nature? It's not my fault. I don't know. Well, it's a big story. It is not the time for that story, I'll tell you that much. So I've moved on. Life is too short. Absolutely. Fuck it up, Clarissa. That's awesome. That's great. I love that. I'm glad that you moved on and were able to find the will and the strength to do so. I need more black. I think what I want to do isn't entirely what I want to do. Shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have done that. Looks gross. Looks bad now. I shouldn't have done this. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Oh my God. It was looking so great, Luce, and then you fucked it up. You fucked it up, Luce. You fucked it up. God damn it. It's fine. We'll figure it out. I'm gonna let this dry for a little bit, and then I will come back and do some stuff. I just burnt my hands like last week, but I'm glad it's recovering. Oh no. How did you burn your hands? What was you doing with them gorgeous hands? So I have a question for you guys. This is something that's been on my mind. What is your opinion, like you know, judgment free zone, right? What's your opinion about, like, where are you guys at when it comes to sex and spirituality? Like, while this dries. What is your, like, yeah, what is your opinion on that? Blue Diamond, just talk to her now. She will hear you, always with you in spirit. Did you say something, Blue Diamond? You know, sometimes YouTube doesn't show me everything that people are saying. So if you ever think that I've like missed your comment on purpose, I haven't. Like YouTube won't show me everything. Cooking. Oh, I'm so sorry. Cooking is amazing. I love cooking. That's another one of my things to do. But oh, I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that black going in there. Oh, did you guys see that? No, you can't. I like that. Your black better come through, honey. Yes. I don't think I will turn this into the sun painting. I think this has taken off of its own. I'm pleasantly surprised. Some feel their twin more strongly than others. I feel it is all tied together. Come through with that wisdom. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, let's do this. Okay. I'll come back to it. Hi, haven't seen you in so long. Hey, Nikki. Right when you were talking about that, I heard how you were adding white, like letting the light back in. Yeah, isn't it funny? Rumi says the wound is where the light enters, or something like that. So these swords are gonna leave gaps in this heart, and light's gonna enter through those swords. So are the swords truth? Are the swords pain? Are the swords healing that are painful? Betrayal is betrayal, yes, but it's also an entry into light. But that's like someone saying, oh, the tower is gonna fuck you up, but it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be for the better, but you still go through the fucking of it, right? Like, the white, yeah. Anyway, I personally don't think there's anything wrong with sex, but I believe that God wants me to wait. I've had bad experiences with sex, and it's a treasure that I should keep sacred. Come through, Patrice. I think spirituality comes first. If you can't find your higher self, sex is just lust. But if you get the higher self, sex is just only a small portion of it. Come through, Sai. Hi, Sapphire. I love your last comment. I've been feeling my twin so much lately. Come through, Nikki. Speak on it. Loose, I love it. Thanks. Sorry, I'm giggling because in my mind, I like leave the room and they're like, what the fuck was that? Like, and you guys are like, what the fuck was that shit? And then I walk back and you're like, oh my god, Luz, it's great. But no, thank you. Yes, girl, I'm okay. I had to regain my strength and get home health care from my left side. I can walk. Life is good. I'm glad. I'm glad. Hello, Ryan. Hey, Ryan. Hey, King. Or Queen. Ryan is a unisex name. Ryan, if you're still in here, what do you think? What are your thoughts on sex and spirituality? I'm actually just gonna like put this in my lap real quick. Nikki, what are your thoughts on sex and spirituality if you're still in here? And then I'm gonna ask the next question in the same vein of things. So on Patrice's topic, do you think sex can sometimes interrupt or enhance? Let me just say, actually, do you think sex can be a means to sexuality, or is a kind of exclusive? Sorry, you were saying that sex is just lust without a spiritual component. What does that mean? Does that mean like a connection with the other person, or a connection with self? Or like, how does that manifest itself to you when you say that? enjoy sex, but I'm also spiritual. Would you call sex a spiritual experience? Like, would you classify that in the same realm as meditation? Or, I mean, people have all sorts of like rituals for the new moon or for the old moon. What's the other one? New moon, full moon. um, like people have all sorts of things like painting or walking is a sort of meditation. Like, would you call sex that, or is it just like something that we were given for? You guys can't even see that. Come on, 3 of Swords, come correct. I feel like I can get closer to someone spiritually through sex, like a stronger bond. Interesting. Come through. Sex is so much better when there's a connection. Okay. Um, does it have to be? Does there have to be a connection beforehand, or do you think sex can form like a spiritual connection? Do you know what I mean? I have spiritual sex with my person here. I thought I was crazy at first. Come through. How do you explain that for people in the room that may be curious about that and don't want to ask because they're painting? I mean, watching a painting. I see you've been on an hour already, but hey, drive-through poet, how you doing? How do you know I've been here for an hour? I never know. Like, how can you see that? Oh, because you probably saw my notification a while ago. Hey. Yeah, I think, you know what went live? I think the reading for the spirit message for the channel went live. Let me just check that real quickly. I need to, like, add a different thumbnail. Bitch, you have been processing for fucking days. Get with the program. Sorry. Drive-through poet. What are your thoughts on sex and spirituality? It's a Q&A for you all as well. Yeah, through the notification. Like, I can be watching TV or at work even, and suddenly I would start feeling, whoa. I was gonna say whoa to you, like your comment left me. These sexual urges, and out of nowhere, I also purposely fantasized about him and sent him the energy. You better remote seduct that man. You better come through. This wants something done to it, and I don't know what. That was a bad idea. When we got to understand the higher self, sex will become a bond between two as a connection. If sex is just an urge, it's lust. I think it's important to have an emotional connection first. Q&A session is fun. Good. I got cues for you guys too. Shit. Sigh. Agreed, says Sapphire. Are we talking sex or twin flame insanity? Because twin flame sex will F you up, especially if you don't know what's up. You better speak on it, drive-through poet. You tell us what the difference is, what the nuances are, and what to look out for. Give us the tea. When there's a connection, Clarissa says, with someone, sex is a great bond. It's great to have a connection first. Blue Diamond. I feel sex deepens the connection. Lol, it definitely almost got me, drives her poet, Nikki says. Why is this painting so sad? Hey, Hazel, honey. Does the sadness come through? It's the Three of Swords. It's not the happiest of emotions, but it is quite cathartic. It's called Release. I'm gonna call this painting Release, actually. It's called Release. Did I put that in the title? I don't think I did. You see these cards over here? Those are the Three of Swords. Does it look like the Three of Swords? Excuse me. Swords. Does it look like the Three of Swords? I love the, like, I'm low-key, high-key attracted to lisps and stutters. Like, ugh. Show me a man with a stutter or lisp, and I just want to have his babies. I'm just like, oh my god, say it again. Yep, it does. Does it? Could it be these things right here? Like, this is what's been inside. I feel so much lighter now. Fuck my life. Thank God. Oh my god. Not to say that I was feeling heavy before, but like the Three of Swords has been wanting to come out. I'm not sure if you guys saw my you saw the divine, what the fuck, the twin flame thing, the twin flame reading that I did. I went in on the Three of Swords and the Two of Swords. It was it was really, really nice. I really enjoyed it. And I learned a lot about the Three of Swords as it relates to the Two of Swords. And then the Ace of Swords. That clarity, how sometimes the truth hurts. The truth hurts. With the swords, blood. You know what I want here? I want a bit of this. This is where I get crazy. Like, I get crazy with colors sometimes. And then I just mess things up. Like I'm about to do right now. But, whatever. If I fuck it up, then I fucked it up. There's always the rewind button. Are we still talking about sex in the comments? Awesome. It does. Cool. Sounds good. I feel like it's something I feel like it is working through something. Yes, Sapphire. Wait, what's working through something? The sex or the painting? Sorry. When we did it the first time, I was sick for a month, and he was bouncing off the walls. I think it woke his kundalini. Then it went, darn. It hurts, but the truth really does set you free. Oh, then it went down. Yeah, I would not doubt that with what kind of happens after. I mean, I don't know. I see the painting is sad, but cold winter, lol, but it's pretty though. It is, it's, if you watch the beginning of the painting, sad, it's really awkward because you're like, oh my god, is she okay? I am okay. It's a very vulnerable process for me, and I let you guys in. I'm fine. I just needed to get that out. It's like sadness with a combination of peace and knowledge. That doesn't have to be. I think it sometimes brings you closer or strengthens the bond you already have. Sometimes you want the extra closeness to that person. Okay. I see. It hurts, but the truth really does set you free. Yeah. I just want to know the truth and which path to go. I hear you, Sapphire. I hear you. I understand. Everyone does, indeed. Um, so in a reading, when thanks for holding space for me, everybody. I appreciate that. Thanks, Sapphire. In a reading, when I don't know, like what I've noticed is like some readers want to stay away from sexual energy that comes up, and I don't know, it kind of irks me sometimes because I'm like, it's kind of making, I don't know, it irks me. I don't know, it makes me feel some type of way. Um, I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Because I'll be doing readings for some fire signs. Like, it's always fucking fire signs. I think one time it was like Earth. But, like, especially the weekend energies, people are just, like, getting it in or something. And I'm feeling it. And I'm just like, okay, well, this is what I'm seeing here. I know with twin flame stuff, I don't know. But I hear, um, there's visits, like Nikki was saying, if you're still in the room, and Drive-Through Poet was feeling some type of way about it. Do you believe that sex is like an energy exchange? I know you're okay. You're a wise girl, Luz. Thanks, babes. Yeah, thank you. Does the energy make you get physically hot? Which energy, Blue Diamond? All jokes aside, I do feel that sexy talk detracts from the spiritual messages. No, I agree. I can see that. I can definitely see that. I guess I wonder. I mean, I suppose there's a way to do it, because I'll catch myself and I'll be like, but this is like literally like what's dominating this reading right now, and I'll try to back away from it. I know I did an experiential love reading where, and this is so bad, but like from my new deck, it's a very intimate deck, and it's this card that pops up lately, the Ogle card, where I talk about this boy and his like this boy becoming a man, and he's gonna have these sort of like wet dreams when he goes home because he's seen this lady and he's like been awakened, which is very sex talky, but at the root of it, the essence of it is really quite spiritual because he's woken up. The little boy, more often than not, at least lately, has been the people I'm reading for. So it was for whomever was watching that reading. And that person had been woken up. So, I don't know. Either sex energy is coming up in a different, I don't know. I'm conscious of the fact that people aren't looking for an intimacy reading, but then again, I'm wondering about this whole split between sex and spirituality. Like, if there really is a split, or is sex sort of one of like the closest ways to communicate without communicating? Obviously, there's like looking in someone's eyes and having those like inner, like, oh, look at that. But like, sex is literally an exchange of, yeah, fluids and stuff, but of like energies. I don't know. There's something about it. And I'm just really curious about your readings. Thanks so much for that, because it helps flag it up, like, bring the message to something more out of the bedroom. But maybe I just have to get better at being able to swap my words out. Because I know that boy gets awakened and he goes home and has like massive, like, just, he's awakened now. He's become a man and he's been ignited. And how he decides to like proceed from that point is up to him. Just like when, I don't know, man. We'll get there when we get there, I guess. I think sexual energy can be intense, yeah, but it's up to us how we use them. Very true. I think people say sexual energy can be channeled creatively. I guess, right? Is that a thing? That's a thing, right? Um, that energy kind of is moved elsewhere, you know. So for everybody, kind of waiting.
You know what? Let me hit that.
Who is this speaking?
I can handle it.
It's definitely Key and Peele. Like I don't need that right now in this painting. Anyway, sex energy during your message. I've heard other readers say that sex energy makes the get hot physically during their readings. Yeah. Oh. Okay, let me read your comment again. Does the energy make you get physically hot? Yeah. That's how sometimes I mean, yes. Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah. Yeah, because I feel it and I'm like, oh, man, that's dominating. That's awkward. Like I don't want to be in your business. Regarding the astral sex, lots of people talk about it. I think it's actually misunderstood feelings associated with Kundalini energy and chakra energy. Astral. So are you saying it's more so like it's like okay, it's where are you saying it's I'm not, maybe you've explained it, but are you saying with that drive-through poet that it's more so like you don't know what you don't know, where like you've been activated in a certain way, and because you've been activated in a certain way, your mind is gonna go to where you think what you think it's about when it's actually about something else. But because you don't know it's Kundalini awakening, or because you don't know it's like a chakra being opened or whatever, people automatically just kind of assume it's sex, sexual energy. Sexual energy can also happen because of passion and love, also. Absolutely. I'm getting hot right now. Come through, Patrice. Yes, mostly people are simply fantasizing about their lover. Oh, I see. I see. I see. I see. Don't ask me what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Well, actually, what's the difference between fantasy then and having an astral or metaphysical experience? Like, what dictates that difference? Bro, what is this song? I don't need this, like, freaking news broadcast right now. Okay, honey. Let's see. So, are you feeling an attack? Getting a bad headache? Sex should be recognized as a spiritual thing more because it definitely is an energetic connection. Like maybe you absorb the other person's energy. Yeah. They say that sometimes where, you're sleeping with people and you're, kind of inadvertently getting their stuff. What do you guys think about that? Yes, it feels sexual when you have the initial awakening. That's funny. Just feeling very warm, even when it's raining here, slightly dizzy. Oh no! Sai, I hope you're okay. Drink some water, babe. Yeah. I had these experiences, and only after it descended did I learn what happened, so now I'm kind of lost. What is, where do you get lost? Drive through poet. What lost you? What lost you? Where did you get lost? Like, what about the experience, lost you? Whoop, 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 whoop. Get your butt over here. Oh, shit. Why did you do that? Why did you do that? Look, let's get an Amazon Prime sponsorship too. Using their cutouts. Yeah, babe. I hope you're good. That's not cool. Feeling dizzy. Is it the vertigo? This is not good. I should not use this towel. What's done is pretty much done here, but ugh. How did you guys who are in twin flame situationships or whatever you want to call it, how did you, I suppose, either meet your twin, or how did you sort of come to a point where you're like, something super natural or super something is happening here and I don't think it's basic? Hey Lydia, how are you, honey? I've reached a plateau. I'm not able to meditate or do some of the next level work. Girl, you and me both. When that happened to me, it was basically telling me, which took a while to understand, that those things were no longer where I would sort of like find answers, or were no longer where I was meant to be. So there was something which I realized that I had to like live life and experience life through that, personally. And then also, ooh, there's a nice red there. That's nice. So there was that, and then there was living life, and then there was also finding new ways to connect. I'm really surprised by this white and gold here. Genuinely surprised. Come through. Okay. I love getting to know you guys, by the way. Thanks for playing with me. I feel God led me to it. How did you get to that realization that, oh, whoa, this is like, God led me here? Because, I don't know, for me it was different. Eventually I was like, oh shit. And then, anyway. All the sinks and supernatural stuff is like a parlor trick. I'm bitter with my guides. Join the club. I warm your seat for you. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'll get it together. Yeah, I'll get it together. I was just thinking about the time he was massaging my knee, and my eyes were like rolling to the back of my head. Or how I discovered astral sex. I love that. The knee apparently is supposed to be like a hot spot. Like there's a way that you rub someone's knee. He may have been doing that on purpose, by the way, because I have a friend who like sometimes likes to like anyway would like do things to our knees when we were in undergrad to see how we would react. So he was like testing out this strategy. So I think there is a thing, like if you Google it, there's something about like touching a girl's knee or something, a woman's knee or maybe even a guy's knee, like or the knee that's like a low key spot. I'm pushed to understand that I need to serve higher purpose, Sai says, and let go of control issues. Every time I'm on the right path, things are in sync, else I will see many obstacles. That's fucking life, man. It's just, yeah, you're so right. But I only understood it after I came across the videos during the first separation. Oh, okay, Patrice. First time we touched, a spark went down my back. Damn, I'll show you magic. What? Magic. I got. Good night, Clarissa. You're probably gone. Such a push from the higher realm. We go to the same school. Luce, I cannot stay here. Oh, okay, I cannot stay here, but many things. I hear you, girl. I hear you, queen. That's alright. Don't worry about it. Just making conversation. Just curious. I talk so much on the channel. I want to know like who I'm connecting with in these chats. So, but I totally get that because I keep my shit to myself too. I had a lot of bizarre things happen. Drive Through Poet says, and it doesn't even follow a chronological timeline. Oh yeah, don't you love that? How like things that happened a while ago, you can trace them back to like that instant. Have you guys found that with readings? I had a reading done years ago, and the lady was like, "Oh, don't deny your ancestors. Like, rep your ancestors." And I was like, "What?" So I started like wearing more ancestral stuff. I started talking about my country more, thinking that's what she meant. Nah, fast forward 4 years later, 3 years later, 2 years later, and then I realized what she really meant was like my spiritual path and how my ancestors seem to be like about this life, I guess. So, I don't know, you guys, when you get your readings sometimes from like whomever you're getting them from, just be forewarned that sometimes the shit won't make sense in the moment. So I've noticed with my readings lately, they gave a reading to somebody, and well, unfortunately. Anyway, not a fan of certain things. Sometimes you just don't want to know, you know? I had a dream about him about 15 years before we met. What? But I didn't remember that dream and connect to him to it for a year after we met. I hear you. Yeah. I've heard an audible voice come through. What? Good night, Jess. You heard an audible voice. Damn, that's crazy. That's so crazy. That's so wild. That's so wild. I think I need to explore my past lives. That's funny. That's funny. Maybe you should. I don't say that often, but maybe you should. Just because the wish for the channel, there's a lot of stuff there that pertains to that. Good night to anybody who's going to bed and I didn't see. I've heard an audible voice. LMAO, I'm dumb. Nah, I get that though, because sometimes voices aren't audible. Like it's like being able to taste red. Like sometimes there was a reading I was giving, and I could see, and the word was in the back of my throat, not because of like saying it, but like it was literally like in my mind's eye, I could see it in my throat and hear it in my throat, but it wasn't something. It was fucking. I get it. Don't even. Don't even. Don't even. To anybody watching in the replay, how are you doing? You hanging in there? Are you enjoying this? Someone called it the podcast style lives. I was like, okay, that's nice. 10 likes, 10 people, come through. Have you guys, has anybody in here done a past life thing, and how did it help? Or how did it serve you, rather? One day, I was falling asleep. I heard him goes, I woke up, and